What I've been telling
We can, I realize that now.
Yeah. I mean, you know, the thing is, like, at a certain age, you start to realize, see, because we're like with a few generations here. And the thing is, Vesna, she feels, see, and understand opportunity and possibilities for young ladies like these four and more, probably even yourselves. And what it is that at their ages, most of the times they're blind for example, that sweet lady right there with the blue, yeah, come to support that one right there. This one is planning to leave this country to go get more information into the thing that she's into. This one's dancing and she's trying to figure things out here and there. And you're just starting because you want to build the body of you as an artist individually. You want to be able to touch all grounds when it comes to music. And you're dancing because it gives you pleasure, and you're not all about the competitions. You're just about the fun and the essence, the true innocence, both. And only this is the most important thing. This is how all this stuff started. This is how you got involved with dance today, because of what you speak of now. The thing is that our generation is we're past the point of where we what we want to do. We're doing what we got to do. But then if we look at their opportunities, you're just shaking your head like,
I would do it like this.
just like this, just like this, because that you didn't have that chance. You didn't have that opportunity to pursue a career with dancing or singing, you know, and that's because of things you had no control over. You know, the world shut you down in some ways, and all kinds of things, family, economic, all kinds of stuff that make you think it's impossible to do anything. But it's true that when you're just about to give up, that's just when the door opens, finally. And I believe that the door is starting to open for a lot of people that I'm coming across that are into entertainment, dance, music, singing. And the most important thing is that, like, anyone, myself or any other company, wants to work with someone who knows exactly what they want. No one wants to convince you to want something. You got to know exactly what you want before you can make a plan. That is why I ask you, what do you want to do? Because after you, for example, go to Korea and you learn a whole lot and you do a lot of things, but what is it that you want to do? They knew what they wanted, but then life and relations took turns, and now they can only witness people being able to receive the opportunity to have what they always wanted to do. And it's often that a lot of people get into distractions. Young people mostly get into distractions, you know, and that's another reason why you lose momentum of going towards what you want to do. Now, if you look and you think, okay, I'm into this, I'm into music, dance, and singing, and like, okay, what can I do? Because if you're really thinking, you have to think really big. You have to think beyond the borders of Serbia. You have to think beyond the borders of Europe even. You have to think that high. You have to think that big. For example, my opinion, that's a great angle to go towards Korea, because they do have a lot of good things going on. You know, their government is investing a lot of money to learn a lot of things to their people.
They're like the best in break.
Yeah, it all depends on what competition, but at the same time is that you and any and everyone should set their standards much higher, because those people are looking up to some other people. I think if you set your bar up higher, it's a hop, skip, and a jump. You know, don't settle for less. You have years that we wish we can have again. That's one. You have years that we go, damn, whew, oh man, if I had that age, I wouldn't be with, no. You know, and then it's frustrating from this one, myself, and this one, to see a young girl don't know how to take a decision.
Yeah.
You see a young lady and you say, or a guy, it doesn't matter. You see them and you say, what are you doing? You know, because you know what frustrates people like us is that you got talent, potential, and you young. We're able to do things. We're able to guide you or point the direction. We created direction. Now it's already, smoothing out, so you can kind of walk the direction you want. If you set your goal higher, you wouldn't be going that way unless you're truly interested in the culture of those type of people. But if you were, if you set your bar up high, you have to go where the heat is. And it's not a competition, but it's just the fact that if you're gonna fail doing anything, you need to fail at the top. You see? I would rather be the worst professional than just another person trying to be professional. You know, I'd rather get to the top and fall than not work really hard for something that's not really there. It's not good. It's a waste of time. Time is not your friend. And right now, time is in your advantage. Time is in your advantage to see, like, okay, you need to pull this out. I'm 19, 21, and so on and so forth. What do I want to do with my life? At this point, especially ladies, your clock is different from his clock, or my clock even. There are things that you want after you done succeeded to what you want.
Yes.
You know, we men, we want something, we accomplish that or we don't, but we can still keep fighting with that. And women, your biological clock changes. Your ability changes. You know, men don't wake up in the morning and go, oh, I want to have a wedding. You know. There are so many courses that we need to think about. We have to consider. All right, you got a goal. But what's the plan? See, the plan, you got to think about that plan. You know, because if you think about the clock, then you don't waste any time doing things that's not going to get you anywhere near where you really want to do. I mean, if you plan to do something professional and you want to go far with dancing and such, you need to go exactly where the attention is. And you need to get trained, fall, learn, all that in that spot. But because in the process of if I put 10 years on everybody's life, we're not even really having this conversation, because there will be a lot of, your family will be bigger. So you children, I think most of you would like to have that one day. And of course you have to be chosen. It's kind of crazy, huh? You know, and some of those things are not in your benefit. So educated, young, talented, all those things. But at the same time, you want to You want to be somebody. You got a lot against you and you got a lot for you. It all depends on how you're going to interpret this. Now, I'm speaking generally towards the ladies. The guys, they can figure it out one way or another. But ladies, you guys are very special to the world. And at the same time, a curse. Because you not only, not towards us, but towards yourselves. Because ladies, you're not being fair to yourselves. You're not being fair towards yourself. You're settling for what you can get. You kind of stop chopping for what you really want. So we have to consider from 20 to 30. I'm sure someone have in their mind, most ladies in their mind, they want to have a family between 20 and 30. Modern ladies go, You know why? Because you're shaking your head because you don't have Mr. Right around you yet. So that all denial, no, I don't want to have a baby until I'm 30. And if you got Mr. Right for you, your whole story changes. Love changes the whole plan that you got. Your plan is not even confirmed when you confirmed it. Because the condition of your heart is going to determine the destiny. You see? You get in shape. You stay in, you stay together. You practice all the time. You got your college diploma. You don't drink and you don't smoke. Well, I don't know about you, but you're doing your thing. But you're still aiming towards like, okay, I want to have a career. I want to do something, right? She's 23, 24. Boom, some opportunity came up. She got a job and it's a pretty good one. Yeah. But that's just when something in your body changes too. Every 7 years, every single human being body changes. Every 7 years. So from the age of whatever, baby, you lose all your teeth, and from 7 on, that's it. Every 7 years, things is going to change. You got a cycle every 7 years, right? So you have to consider there are things that you want to accomplish. And of course, the greatest thing of life is having a sweet family, for me. Being successful, money and all that, that's all good. But if you can't come to a happy home, it's empty. And at the end, today you're fighting for success, and hopefully by getting to where you want to be is going to promise you a happy life. But that's definitely not the case. It means that you accomplished that. You bought that house, you got that car, but still you're naked without true love around you. And how far can you go without having true love around you? So when you say, I don't want a baby, I don't want to have a family until I'm 30, then basically you rely on self to get to where you want to be, and that's impossible, because even Jesus needed God at the time that he was walking the earth. It's impossible. Everybody needs somebody. That's why you even need your enemy, so then you know what not to do and how to conduct yourself as a person. You learn from everybody. And anything that you want to do in life, you got an idea from somebody. You don't grow up and say, baby, 3 years old, don't say, I want to be a doctor. Baby don't know what a doctor is. Yeah. So everything you know is invested in you from somebody else. So you cannot ignore that. That has to be. And the most important thing is that you have to, females, you have to understand and consider that the clock is not your friend, but at this point, it's your advantage. How much you can get done before you become a grandmother. I mean, that's not difficult, is it? I mean, because you know why? You're going to have some babies. Because your mama going to want to be a grandmother. She's going to promote babies. See, that ain't up to you anymore. She's going to give you guilt trip. Oh, I'm getting old. When? You see, it's not me telling you to have a family. No. It's the one who pushed you out and saying, I want to see a grandbaby before I go. And you love so much, you're going to settle for, okay, I'm going to satisfy this. Okay, I do, let's go. Usually, not all cases, but that's the thing. If you're aiming to do something, you have to aim high right now. You have to say, look, I'm into dancing, I'm into singing, I'm into this and this and that. All right, you only have so far you can go with certain styles of dance here to get some type of level, but you just have to think of the impossible. What's impossible for you as a dancer? What do you think? Huh?
Nothing.
So why are you going to Korea?
Because I like to dance. I want to be a choreographer at YG production house.
All right. Okay.
And there are 3 main production houses in Korea, and YG is like a side in YG.
Yeah, I know.
Their culture.
Yeah. So you're into the culture.
Yes.
Okay. Respect. Okay. And you?
I just wanna do that what I feel is good in this moment, and I don't wanna make a big plan because it's.
Why not?
It's always it's going different than I don't
Thought.
wanna expect that.
All right. So, like.
It's not for me. I can't live so. I don't
Maybe
know.
because of disappointment. You're afraid you'll get disappointed?
I like to live in this moment. If I want to dance now, I dance and I don't think about tomorrow.
You don't think about tomorrow.
She lives for today.
Like me.
For real?
Because, yes.
Why? How did y'all have that in common?
Because it's inner pleasure in the moment. It can be changed for. You always going for something, and all life passed, and you miss the moment.
Don't live the
Yes.
moment.
You don't live the moment.
Ah, so romantic. It's like, I just live day to day. You know, when I go home, I go in my refrigerator, I eat everything today. I eat everything today because it's the moment.
Yes, it's all life, it's the moment. Yes.
It all depends on how you interpret that. It's somewhat yes and somewhat no, because people of faith don't live for the moment. People who believe in God don't live for the moment. They live for tomorrow. And they say tomorrow bring better days, and tomorrow doesn't necessarily mean in flesh. What?